Good morning, guys. How's it going? Stopping here at the Love's to get some fuel. Heading to Harrisburg. Tell you what, since I put these new shocks on the truck, riding pretty good. One, I guess. So, wait. All look good. All right. The shocks and tires still look good. All right. Oh, we got another issue with the truck today. One of my having a wiring issue, and I think it's because of a giant freaking mud hole. Not mud hole. I ain't taking this thing four-wheeling. Because of a giant pothole at a Petro that I was driving through the parking lot of. I hit it really hard, and thought I messed the front end up because I hit it so hard. I wasn't going very fast, but it was the Petro up there in Hubbard. Then I did a pre-trip on this thing, the next morning, and found that I don't have any taillights on the left side. These three taillights don't work. They flash and they brake, but they don't run, when I have the running lights on. So this light, however, that light works perfectly fine. And this light is what these lights are spliced off of. So that means the problem lies between this light and this light bar. I already had it taken apart yesterday, but I didn't have my test light with me, or at least I didn't think I did, but I found it after the fact. I cut all this crap apart, and I thought that it was the red wire, because if you watch the movies with the bomb squads, it's always the red wire. But I thought it was the red wire. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. It's because I found corrosion on the red wire. So I thought that was it. The red wire goes into here. I thought, well, maybe that's the hot wire for the running light. But I was wrong. It was a hot wire for the flashing light. So I really just severed the ability to have a flashing light at that point. So I had to re-splice that wire to get the flashing lights back at the very least. And half-assed taped everything back together. I'll have to fix that later, get it all correct. But yeah, so we'll get it figured out. Like I said, a wire must have broke. Some corrosion probably weakened it. And now I gotta find out where it's broken, so I can fix it and have a working light again that's DOT compliant. Isn't it just silly? That's one thing I've ranted about this before. I absolutely hate how if you have extra lights on your truck that aren't DOT or that aren't factory installed lights, and those lights that are not factory installed lights don't work, it's a DOT violation. I absolutely hate that. I can more so understand it with the taillights, even though these were added on after the fact. You know, like, you know, these taillights right here were added after I bought the truck. You know, this right here is obviously a Peterbilt installed taillight. So I can understand those, and I can even kind of understand these because they are still taillights. But when you see lights with, or trucks with chicken lights, there could be like, you know, 20 chicken lights on the truck between the passenger and driver's side. And if one of those chicken lights is out, or say you've even got the lights around the bottom of the bumper also, so we'll say 30 chicken lights. If one of those chicken lights are out, it's a DOT violation. That is just a straight up money grab. Who are you hurting? How, you know, what safety are you, you know, hindering by having 1 out of 30 chicken lights? I mean, are you going to be driving down the road and you have, you know, somebody sees this giant truck, they see the clearance lights coming up over the crest of a hill, and they know right away, oh, that's a semi-truck. And then you get to the top of the hill where all the other lights are visible, and they see a light out, and they're going to be like, oh, never mind, that's a Miata, I'm good. What? I don't get it. I don't understand the point. It's just a money grab. That is a straight up money grab. That is not a safety concern. Anyway, I'm off in the weeds. We're gonna go home, and then I'll come back later. I got lunch with my son at his school today. That's what I love about the schools around here. You can have lunch with your kids, and you can bring lunch in, and you know, from wherever. My kids always want Chick-fil-A, so we're gonna get some Chick-fil-A and bring it to his school and have some lunch with my son. I try to have lunch with my son on Fridays, and I try to have lunch with my daughter on Mondays. So, yep, we're gonna go do that. Do I have my keys for the Jeep? I do not have my Jeep keys. Damn it. That was silly. I walked all the way over here. This entire 40-yard walk. I walked all the way over here. I don't have any keys, do I? Nope, it's not opening. Okay, well. By the way, right there is Red Eye Mike's Corvette. The man, the myth, the legend. I have yet to introduce Mike. Mike, I need to introduce you. I introduced the other Mike, the plebeian Mike, not the owner of the Red Eye company, but just one of the plebeian drivers. I introduced him. But, you know, such as myself, that is. I'm not saying I'm a plebeian driver as well. I'm not the owner of the Red Eye name. But, yeah, we all, pretty much all of us owner operators have, there's 4 owner operators if you include Mike, the owner of the company himself. And we all have some sort of performance muscle pony car. And we just have, you know, I'd like to get them together. There's a picture I'll put up here of 3 out of the 4 of them together. But like I said, I've got the better one. Mine's the best one. The Mustang, it's the best one. And then you've got the Corvette here. And then the other Mike that you met on the last video, he has that Sublime Green Scat Pack 2023. It's a nice car. I got to give it to him. That's a pretty sharp car. And then the other owner-operator that does the Harrisburg run, like I mostly do, he's got also a C7 Corvette like Mike's here, but dark gray with like a light gray or a white racing stripe. Also a very sharp looking car. That one's not in the picture. All right, let me go get my darn keys. Let me move one of these cones over to block parking spots. Before somebody gets mad and says that I'm irrationally or wrongfully saving a parking spot, that's negatory, Ghost Rider. These parking spots are paid for by Red Eye, so we're rightfully doing so. All right, I gotta get my keys. I can't push the dang Jeep home. All right, I think we found them. Unless this is for another Jeep, but I don't have another Jeep anymore, so this is it. It is a gorgeous day, and I might just have to fold the top half of my top back today and really enjoy the weather. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. Let's do it. All right, and just like that, it goes from closed top to half open top in no time. All right, let's go enjoy some beautiful sunny driving. Oh, I love it. This is, I think I said before, this is my 11th Jeep. And yeah, I really missed being able to take the top off. All right, let's go ahead and get going. Yeah, this Jeep though, I don't think I've ever really introduced the Jeep to the channel, so to speak. Yes, I have. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Scratch that, let's just go. All right, let's go on back to the house. Yeah. And then I'm going to try to have some time too. I'm going to try to make some time to possibly change the oil on the motorhome. That needs done before the summer starts and we get active with that. Which, by the way, we might end up trying to sell it. I don't know. We just don't use it as much. I'm so busy with work and everything. We just aren't using it as much as we would like to. So we might end up selling it. I don't know. We just put a bunch of money into it. Bunch of money. Okay, I'll put my seatbelt on. But yeah, we just spent over $5,000 at the shop, at the Jayco dealership, getting a new black tank put in, a new leveling system, well, a new control module for the leveling system, and a new 1 out of the 4 leveling jacks. They're hydraulic. 1 out of the 4 leveling jacks went bad, and we had to replace that. It's got a new house battery in it, and I want to say we did something else. Oh, we had the fridge looked at. It was acting kind of weird, but that ended up just being air in the propane line, so that wasn't a big deal. But yeah, over $5,000 we just spent on it, so it's it's a darn good motorhome. It's only got 25,000 miles on it. It's a 2012, and we bought it in 2019 with only 5,000 miles. So yeah, it was a very low mileage unit. A couple summers ago, we took it on a month-long vacation. Towed my other Jeep that I had before behind it all the way out to Utah and Montana. I have a video on the channel about that. That was amazing. Oh, I'm staring us down.
They're blocking my shot.
Oh, look at that one. That one is still scratching. I wish we had time to use it more, but such is life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll see. We want to take it out and use it a couple times yet, and maybe we'll get that bug back. I mean, we've already got the bug. We want to get back into it this summer. We'll just have to see how time allows. But anyway, yeah, we might change the oil on that. If I can do it in our driveway. See, our driveway has a super bad angle to it, and you cannot, I don't know if I can pull nose first into our driveway because I'm afraid the rear end's going to bottom out on the sidewalk. That's how steep our angle is. And I can't change the oil with it backed up into the driveway because, well, there's going to be too much old oil left over in the oil pan that way. So I got to figure something out. Worst case scenario, I might just see if I can have some permission to take it over to where I park my truck and change oil over there. So we'll see. Gorgeous day, I'm telling you. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that property right there. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Really nice area. See, I don't know if you can tell exactly how much of an angle that's at. But yeah, it's worse in person. A little bit worse. It's a nice motorhome though, 32 feet long. Yeah, see, this had that jack right there. A little dirty, but I believe that's the one that they had replaced. That must just be the fitting. But yeah, that jack needed replaced. The jack itself needed replaced. The black tank right here needed replaced. I believe it's probably locked. Yep, she's locked. Yeah. The wife was in there yesterday doing some housekeeping, and now she's all locked up. It's got one slide. They had to put the Mustang in the grass. That's lovely. She's a little dirty, but she's solid. So I don't know, guys. We might try to sell it. We probably will try to sell it, but whether or not we do, that's another story. It's got the tried and true Triton V10 under there. Been a really solid engine since we've owned it. Freaking workhorse, man. That V10 is a workhorse. Like I said, we took it through the mountains in Utah and Colorado and Montana while pulling a 5,000-pound Jeep behind it. And it did not skip a beat. So, I mean, it's just that engine's amazing. Great transmission, 5-speed auto, of course. I really like it. Tons of storage in this thing, man. It goes all the way through to the other side. Comes up to about here or so. Anyway, no, I'm not trying to sell it, guys. I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just saying. I've just got the itch. I want to go camping really bad. Of course, some people wouldn't consider that camping, but I do. Right. Gotta get ready to go see my son. Tell you what, guys, kids are precious. Kids are the future. Kids are a major pain in the ass when they throw their older sibling sunglasses down a toilet and force us to call 3 different plumbers out here to figure out why the toilet won't flush. Our youngest threw her brother's sunglasses in the toilet. We couldn't figure out why the toilet wouldn't flush. I went out and bought a super duper plunger because I'm a super duper trucker. So I got the super duper plunger to go into the super duper duper toilet. Wouldn't work. So I went out and bought another super duper duper anaconda of a snake. That wouldn't go through. I couldn't figure out why, that wasn't doing it. So then we called a not real super duper plumber and he couldn't figure it out. And then we called another not real super duper plumber. He couldn't figure it out. And then we called a super duper 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 plumber. He came out here, pulled the toilet off the floor, found sunglasses in the toilet. Why did we have kids? All right, on to Chick-fil-A we go for our kids. Well, the one that actually lost his sunglasses. Yeah. The one that did not throw them down the toilet. How you doing?
Good. Can I get the name for the order?
Yeah, Corey.
We're gonna do for you today.
Need a chicken sandwich with no pickle, medium Coke, and a small macaroni and cheese. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Get it in the slot there.
You're good.
Alrighty.
Have a good day.
You too. I love how efficient Chick-fil-A is getting everybody through the drive-thru.
Hi, what's the name for your order?
Corey.
All right, this up for you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
You too. Daggone, that was quick. Alright guys, we found it. That right there is the hot wire for the running lights. Best way to do that is you just got to keep working back until you find the break. And you can see a whole lot of corrosion, and as soon as I started to untape that part where it splices into the factory wiring, it just completely came apart. That wire did, and it's just covered in corrosion. And then I put the test light on the wiring right behind it, and the test light turns on, so you know it's got power to that point. So that's exactly where our fault is. So we'll go ahead and clean it up and put a new wire in. All right guys, we got it wired back up. It's a really ratty job, not gonna lie to you. Ran out of I ran out of lighter fluid in my lighter for my heat shrink, so I had to resort to electrical tape. I'll do it right when I get the chance to again, but for the meantime it works. That's all that matters. So I will turn on the lights and show y'all. Really don't know if I should even show you my cob job electrical tape. I don't think I'm going to. It's embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie, but if it works, it works. What the hell guys, why not? Yeah, I know I know I can already read the comments before they're written. But we got it all back together. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it does. Flashers, I had to... damn it, come on. I had to cut the flashers too and redo the flasher wiring because it was extremely corroded. See right here? Look at all of that corrosion. So that was the flasher wire, or the wire for the flashers rather, on that light. So I had to cut that out and put a new wire in there, splice in the light bar to the main wire, but it's working. They're all on. The running lights, as you can see, between flashes are on. And that's what my initial problem was no running lights on this side. And yes, I know I'm missing a bezel. And I've got one in the truck. I just haven't put it on. So yeah, we got it fixed. Like I said, say what you want to about my electrical tape job, but it was a last resort. Like I said, I didn't really feel like going anywhere and getting another lighter. So I did what I could. Had electrical tape, I used that. Sue me. DOT, if you're listening, don't sue me. Don't inspect me. Don't do anything to me. Alright guys, that will conclude the video for today. Not really any driving footage or any trucking stuff, just I guess just my life at home a little bit and a little working on the truck stuff. But you know, when you're an owner operator, that's part of the job. You got to do stuff that you don't get paid for. I do want to get more into working on my own stuff as much as I can, because it is crazy expensive anymore to take it anywhere. But there are some things I just can't do. So but I will eventually get some tools to do my own PMs, things like that. You know, like that wiring job I just did. It's not that difficult, but that probably would have cost me, you know, 400 bucks at least at a shop, $400 or $500. So you know, it saves a little bit of money, and that's what you got to do. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and go back home for a little bit. But yeah, like I said, it feels good too. It's a nice accomplishment, even if it's a small job, when you work on your own stuff and you fix it. Especially when it's something like that is what keeps the food on your table at home. You know, money saved, such a cheesy cliche saying, but money saved is money earned, right? That's how you're earning, that's how you're making money when you're working on something on your truck and you're not rolling. You're earning by saving. So I'm tired. Excuse the cheesy sayings. Yeah, see, I can't even finish a thought correctly. But yeah, we're gonna go on home. But like I said, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is, I knew that the factory light was working, like the light that was in the frame that was put in by Peterbilt, that was working, but the light bar wasn't. So I knew that the issue was somewhere between there, and sure enough, pulled back that electrical tape and that wire just fell right out because of corrosion. So that was pretty obvious, but I had to fix the flasher wire as well, so that way it didn't corrode and break, because that was really close to breaking. That was super corroded. But anyways, guys, y'all have a good one out there and keep surviving to thrive. All right, just real quick, guys, here we go. It's nighttime. You can really see the lights now. Yep, they're working. All right, real quick, let's go outside and see how my tail light's doing, see if it's still operating after bouncing down these roads for the last couple hours. See how well of a job I did. It's promising. All right, there you have it. I guess I did a decent job. That's all that matters. All right, guys, that'll be the end of this video. Just wanted to throw that on there, so you make sure it's still working. All right, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.